All right, bear with me. Well, hello everyone again and welcome. This is your July leader meeting. We are excited to have you here. If you're here with us live or watching the recording, and oh my gosh, it's already July 2021. Sounds crazy. Many of us are having a little bit more joy in our life, seeing more people. Some of you coming back from the Yuma retreat. Just had a great time there, great celebration, as I know you heard as well from Hudith on the business meeting. Today we are back on Zoom. We wish you could be in every room with you. I know that is loose in my desire in the very near future. But this is Jackie Geisinger and Louis Mercedes Miller with us, with you today for the Amber and Onyx regions coming together as leaders. We're going to keep everybody muted as we're in record mode today, if you would please, if you're here in the live audience. We're going to go into a breakout room in just a short bit, so you'll be able to chat with each other and share ideas. As we take the very beginning of what the purpose of 2021 is this year, it's all about our 65th anniversary. We are just a month away from turning 65. I hope you're telling stories loud and proud everywhere you go, that we're celebrating a 65th birthday. Just in life, that's a good deal. But in a company, and especially a direct selling company, that's big news. You know, we have one priority: 65,000 active consultants across the nation. That's taking all of our consultants who are hibernating, bringing them out for the summertime, the fall, anniversary, holiday season. It's all here. So we're going to get talking. We're going to get walking, because we can see the people and we can chat with the people. Right now, we're at 42,914 consultants. We've got a ways to go in the second half of the year, but the world has changed most recently as we're back out and about. We want to just give you the update. You know, before we go into the month of July, we always want to take a look at what's happening from the beginning of the year to what's happening from the month of June. So this is for all of you leaders. How did the Amber and Onyx region fare? That's you and every one of your team members during the month of June. Our goal is always 450 new consultants. We ended with 105 new consultants. We were team number 9 and 10. I don't know, first half of the year, we've been that consistently. Time for that to change when there's 10 teams. So we're ready to move it on up during the second half of the year. Our goal always is 150% to our sales goal. The Amber region hit 96%, Onyx 112%. We were number 1 and number 3 to our goals in the regions and the nation. Our goal is 65% of the leaders achieving their number of orders goals. I'm sad to say it's the first month we didn't do that of the whole year. Amber was at 63%, Onyx at 60. We fared number 2 and number 3 in the nation for that. Next, we always have a goal of 20 new leaders and renewed leaders. We don't have those numbers yet, so we'll see as more reports come out throughout today and tomorrow. So that's where we landed. Today, I know if you don't know numbers or this looks like a wonky screen, stay with me, because this is when we share national information, it is just a view of what is happening within your branch and district, okay? So this is how we look at numbers, and this is what we want to coach you to look at when you look at your branch results. So let's take a look. The Amber region ended with 4,427 active consultants, which we went down 118 active consultants, and that's a lot from the lowest sponsoring we've had really in a long time. Onyx region, same thing. June, 3,478, dropped 132 active consultants. So how does this happen? And we'll tell you why active is so important for you. So you don't want to just look at company stats. It's, again, like I said, a view of your branch or district. So what happened? How did we get to a loss of 250? We reactivated 545. So we had well over 1,000, maybe 1,500 consultants that were inactive or pre-inactive even. We had over 1,000 of those. So we really looked at those who just went inactive and those who were pre-active. And we reactivated maybe 25% of them, okay? We didn't go to the whole inactive base, which would be more than our active base, but We added 105. So when we reactivate, it's those P's and I's on your report that ordered, they reactivated. 105 was our new consultants, but we lost 897. That means our pre-inactives, the P's on your reports didn't order. So now they're hitting month 5 and they're going inactive. That means their skincare's out. That means, they're again falling off the ladder, as we call it. So we had a loss of 250. So again, this is kind of business school, but we always want to be teaching how you want to analyze your reports and the reports of your leaders. It's not just dollar results, it's really activity and orders. So when we take a look at 6 months of the year, first 6 months, because we're going to focus on the second 6 months next. In January, we started with 7,923 active consultants. We had 293 leaders. Here's how we ended in June. 7,905 consultants and 286 leaders. So as you can see, our opportunity is during July to December to grow exponentially. So if you're a manager, I want you to look at your active base. So go in your report sometime today, look at your active base and multiply it by 1.64. That's your contribution to the 65,000. That's how many active consultants your team would have to hit the goal of 65,000. If you're a district manager, director, or ambassador, do this with every one of your branches. I don't care what level they are. That's their goal of contribution. Just like Luce and I, our contribution goal is 12,915 to the active base. That's the English market contribution to 65,000. We have set a goal and we are not quitting. Our first big goal is to get to 10,000 active consultants. We said this in January. We're sticking to it. Our goal was to do this by August 1st to give Houdith a heck of a celebration at National Conference. In order to do that, every branch has to grow by 8 active consultants. You do that by taking a P and turning it into an A, ordering, taking an I and turning it into an A, taking a not yet activated and turning it into an A, ordering, and adding new consultants who join and order. That is our goal for each and every branch. So again, district leaders, district directors, ambassadors, take this to heart. Let's give Jafra something to scream about the English market. Nothing better than a super surprise celebrating freedom this month. We have 286 leaders. If every leader at least sponsored one, and we grew our active base by 7, we'd be hitting that 10,000 this month. Yes, we can. If you have managers that do not sponsor, then sponsor one for them. So let's do this, Team USA. 65,000 is our goal. And I'm going to share with you a couple more stats. Okay, so bear with me if you don't like numbers. It might seem boring, but we're going to help you as a regional with your numbers and with all of our uplines helping their downlines. We wanted to give you a view. So this is in June in the general market, the top leaders per state. These are the only states with double-digit numbers of leaders. So you can see here the consultant base of our top 10 leader states. So if you say, is Jafra coming to our town? You might know why or why not, because we go where leaders are and where leaders are sponsoring and growing new leaders. So here's our top 10 states. This also shows you opportunity where you could add some leaders to your district. In Washington, Oregon, Massachusetts, Georgia, Utah, Texas, and Michigan from 10 to 13. Then we have 21 in Arizona. That's why we were in Yuma. 62 in California, Palm Springs. So take a look because this is opportunity. We've got these over here on the west and these top states over here on the east. So look at where your opportunity is. We also want to show you here that we have the majority. This was January. This is June. We're down 10 leaders, as we said. But look at this. Over 200 managers. We have about 60 to 70 district managers 12 directors, and 1 ambassador. Focus on where you're going and growing. Growing leaders is what leaders do. We grow consultants, we grow leaders. So this is just another stat we wanted to show you because we started with the map this year and now you can see where we are. We also wanted to share something with you because we're going to do this in some of our coaching power hours this month, and we can help you individually. So this is why active consultants matter. Our base is 7,905 consultants. We have 3,185 consultants ordering in a month. 40% of our active base order each month. So if you have 10 in your branch, we can pretty much tell you 4 are going to order. Okay, now you'll see why the manager program is changing. We also know the average retail is $205.11 per consultant. You want to know these numbers of you and all of your branches. Know your numbers. What is your average retail? What percentage is ordering? What, again, when they're active, you're in control of the number of orders and your sales volume. So if I know my average order is 200 and I have 4 that are going to order because I have 10 in my branch, that's my averages. I know that's only going to be about $800 retail. So to hit my minimums, what am I going to have to do? And I don't like to live on minimums. I like to thrive, not survive. But this is key coaching for you as a leader and being in a business for yourself as a leader. Here's our growing base states. These are the only states that grew their base last month. I'm just going to read the top ones. New Mexico grew by 4, New England by 3, Rhode Island by 3. All of these other states, mainly on the West Coast, by the way, a couple on the, mainly on the East Coast, only a couple on the West Coast. So does your base matter? Yeah, that's growing a state or depleting it. Less people talking Jaffra, using Jaffra. What is the highest activity states? Remember, 40% is normal in the English market. Spanish is about 52%, just so you know the difference. Here's our highest states: Hawaii, Alaska, or Alabama. And we have these other states that are over 50. Set your goals and start striving and watching these numbers. This is what a company watches for success of a business. So will you. Then look at our highest retail orders. Puerto Rico, Rhode Island, Kentucky, and Delaware are having much higher retail sales goals. So this is leader numbers that you can take from your reports, figure out how many consultants ordered, get your average order per consultant, and again, watching the base of the states that you have teams in. So again, we just wanted to pause and do a little leadership training from the numbers and show you how we're faring in the general market. So without further ado, I want to take this over to Luz because she's going to tell us about some hot news that happened during the quarter and during the month of June. Take it away, Luz.
Of course, I'm so excited because we have some quarter achievers for second quarter, and we would like to congratulate Jackie Alves, Gina O'Neill, and Rosa Lopez. And of course, Helen Wells, our independent consultant. She is so excited because she's going to be speaking to us later on, and also Rosa Lopez. So you know what? Don't stay behind because we have the next quarter coming along. And we also had a top umbrella seller contest for the teams. In the Amber region, we wanted to congratulate the most umbrella influencer. It was to you and plus the highest of consultants that achieved in your central branch in the month of June. So the #1 manager was Mona Anderson, district manager Helen Wells, and district director Jackie Alves. They each had, and the sales were actually tied based on your sales. So you know what? You're it. You're going to get a reward. You're going to get a prize from us directly. And of course, in the other side of the East Coast is the Onyx region. So we're going to actually congratulate the #1 managers, Linda Hartley with 2, and the district manager, Linda Wright. So the ties were broken by the sales. So congratulations to all. And as we continue, we also have our Party Fest times. Ladies, please don't forget to register and put down your information. Our Party Fest winners of the week of the month of June, we have Stephanie Billy and of course, Carol Boyle. Hey, Carol. And then Cheryl Sykes. stay, don't stay behind. Register each Tuesday, especially in the month of July. So like that, we could recognize you for all the work and activity you've been doing online. And join us in a monthly party fest, which is July 13 at 4 p.m. Eastern. And hear all of these wonderful ladies' greatest tips. So like that, you could actually see what's going on in their party.
Love it, Luz. Well, all right. We told you a little bit about an update from the first half of the year, from a market, and from maybe ways the second half of the year, we can help you look at the business, the management business side to it. But you know what? It really is about you. We set New Year's resolutions. Now it's mid-year. July is known for mid-year resolutions. So we want you to pause, take your notebook out, and really think about July through December. What are your New Year's resolutions? What are your 6-month goals? What are your quarterly goals? If you don't know them, you won't be breaking them down into monthly, setting weekly plans, and taking daily action. So I want you to just pause a minute. What is it you want to do in this business the last half of the year? First half's over. We can't change it. Those are statistics. But we can influence the last half of the year. Big season ahead, anniversary, fall, holiday, new color. This is our big season. What do you want to do with this business you haven't done yet this year? What do you want to be that you haven't been yet this year? What do you want to have as a result of this success? Or what do you want to have in this business as a big goal? It's got to make you stretch. And what do you want to give to your clients, your team, your family better in July to December than you did the first 6 months? We must know our why. Why do those goals matter that you're starting to write down? And please don't say, oh, I'll do this later. This matters. This is why we wake up in the morning. This is our motivation and inspiration. And then I want you to think about, if you don't do it and it's January 2022, how are you? This is about reset. July, I love it. It's a time to reset recognition, reset your goals, reset your structure and strategies for communication, coaching, training, and the new you. So let's just focus a minute about the why. Your why determines your purpose. As we do this with you, this is so important to do with your leaders, your future leaders, your wanting to grow the last half of the year team. And I want to just read you a couple of quick statements. This is from the book, you know, Luce and I just love, called Positioned Right. Money is a byproduct of the services you render. Should never feel like making money is bad. It's what we go to work for. Your why isn't necessarily, I want $20,000. Your why is what that's attached to. It's Rosa Lopez wanting that house in Florida. It's Norma Lopez, who's sitting out there on her family's week vacation. That's why she earns her bonuses and moves up in title, because that's what gift she gives to her children and grandchildren. It must be attached. If your why is big enough, your how-tos will appear. You cannot move without inspiration. If you're stuck, go back to your why. Dips in growth are okay. We've had some dips. It's a fact. Can't change it. But now it's time for creativity. There's no failure, but now it's opportunity time, freedom, time to shift 2021. Whatever you fear all the time is what you're drawing near to you. So if there's something not working, that's what you're thinking about and bringing about. We are human beings. We cannot just be. We have to be growing and connecting to people. People plan vacations more than they plan their lives. So let's pause and be leaders who help people achieve big goals, big dreams. You must grow yourself before your business grows. That is why mid-year resolutions are so important. So let me take you through a few quick clicks as you're doing your do, be, have, and give thoughts. Again, do you own the bonuses you're going to earn? Do you see them? Do you say them? Do you wake up in the morning and focus on, is what I'm doing today going to help me earn one of these 5 great bonuses that I deserve? Number one. Number two, who will you be by the end of this year, by the end of the quarter, every month? Map it out into 8 career titles. Being isn't growing. Where are you going is what causes growing. And have you really said, I want a path, I'm committed? Join a car program, focus on a car program, ask for coaching from your upline or your regional to help you take a path to success. The Mazda gets you to a director in 12 to 14 months. Follow the recipe. Today's #1 demand in direct sales, we've trained on this a month ago, is all about people want part-time income. $300 to $500 a month is the change they're looking for. That's the truth. Second piece is they want it to be a part-time consistent income, but they also are looking for career options and they want a structured path to get there. They'll follow it and do it. The Mazda does that. Then they move into the car bonus for director and they move into the Benz. So we challenge you to think about zooming down the highway and taking a commitment. If you're willing to work, let's build your career. Take a fresh view. But there's more. It all begins with the why, the resolutions, the beginning. But Luz, what else matters?
Well, it's interesting that we're saying that now that we discovered what our whys are, right? And like Jackie said, we're halfway through the year in 2021. So we don't know what 2022 is going to be looking like. But it's important that we start working on our confidence, right? It says confidence lies within. And keep those words and take a picture or write it down, whatever it is. Because sometimes it doesn't, for some of us, it doesn't feel like everyone around us feels confidence. But then we see a couple of people that are confident, and then you're trying to find out what is it that they're doing that they're so sure of themselves? And what is it that they're doing in order for them to have something to be created? And in that, what is it that when you're believing in yourself and allowing yourself to feel a certain way, so then like that, you can start accomplishing anything that you want in mind. And within that confidence cells, there's so much that you could actually put value in. And you start creating that and knowing a little bit about trusting what you say, what you do, and how it happens, depending on a particular situation in life, or in your personal self, or in your business, and how is it that you're able to handle that? And when we're looking at these things, there's a mountain of confidence. That mountain itself is like, how are you going to be boosting that, right? It all starts with your inner self. When you start looking at your inner self, sometimes you start saying, you know what, I'm too comfortable in this comfort zone. Why am I feeling so comfortable? And why am I so tired? What is it that I'm doing that I'm not getting the results that I'm asking for? And you know what? What does it do? It has to go with change. You have to start changing your mindset and figuring out what is it that's going to build your confidence. Once you start doing that, it goes into action. You start developing it into an action. And that action itself, you start recognizing like little voices around you and saying to yourself, you know what, I want to make a change in life. I want to make a change in path or in your career, whatever it is that you feel that is going to increase that confidence level that's in your inner self, that's going to build that power. You start looking at that strength that's within you. And the good thing about that, I'm going to tell you, is that there's so many trials and errors that we go through in life. But once we continue and believe in ourselves, there's nothing that's going to stop us whatsoever for us to be successful. And when you start looking at yourself and you start saying to yourself, you know what, this adventure is going to start, you're going to start looking at certain things when it comes to knowledge. What is it that you're doing for yourself, right? Are you reading? You know, Jackie and I were given this amazing book that we've been reading, and some of the information that we're sharing with you is based on that book that Hudif has shared with us, all of our regionals. And not only that, some of you have received the Who Moved My Cheese, right? If you did, great. Read those things because it's going to help you. And then are you attending this training session? A lot of you connect to our training sessions. It is all there to help you in so many other ways. And you know what? We need to make sure, and we're thinking to ourselves, are we nurturing our minds? Because it starts within ourselves in so many ways. Then from there, you start determining your success, right? You want anything or just about anything that you want in life to make sure that nothing stops you. How many of you have felt that way? I know I have, and I haven't stopped. For instance, You want to get to the DD level. You want to become an ambassador at a certain date. So you know what? In life, nothing is smooth whatsoever. Many of us are going through trials and turbulence. We go ups and downs, just like, but this mountain, we're going to keep on going up and up and up and up. So like that, we're determined and we're able to figure out what is it that's going to overcome certain obstacles. So then like that, we could put it into real work. And you want to make sure that those opportunities become reality one way or the other. And you know what? When it comes to that, what is it that we're working with? You go into resilience, right? That resilience itself is the ability for you to continue getting up. Nothing's going to let you down. You're not going to be knocked up whatsoever. You're not afraid of nothing anymore in your life. You want to be able to, that realistic plan that you set up, like several of us have joined, have shared with us throughout the years. We want to make sure that you put them into action and you start carrying it out. So like that, you can achieve your DD goal or achieve to become an ambassador. There's so much things that are out there. So don't give up, because there's so much that you have to offer for everyone else that comes around that. So Jackie, when we continue, what else that we have here? When this is a certain formula. It all starts with a vision and a plan. It's so simple. It's right there. When you're looking at it, what is it that you need? How much do you want, or how much you want to earn in your current situation? Do you want to earn $1,000 a month, or you want to earn $2,500 or $5,000? It is all based on what you want to do, and write it and put it in paper. And you have to set a goal, because like that, you're going to determine what your earning goals are going to be looking like. Then once you determine your goals, you want to multiply that by 2 if you want to get certain sales goals. So for instance, if you want to have $1,000 of earnings, guess what? You need to start selling $2,000 a month in retail so you could get that earning amount. And it's always important to select key offers. Jaffa has everything for you written down. And it's so simple. When we do our business meetings, they offer selected offer. I mean, they have certain offers for you in bundles, especially with the 4 category department stores that we have to choose from. And then you have to define your actions. What is it that you're going to be doing throughout this month that's going to make it happen in a weekly plan? Plan out your days, plan out your activities. And not only that, there's a calendar for you to do certain things. There's something that says right there in the quote: the secret of success is time, dedication, and also an effort. Jackie?
Love it. Thank you so much, Luz. So that's our review of the first half of the year as we get ready to rewrite our resolutions for the second half. Today, we want to bring you a recipe for the month of July, a key focus for the quarter, and to kick it off in July. Our theme is LSP. You might have remembered this from the monthly business meeting. So we'll take you there in a second, but write down these letters, LSP. First is leader promotions. This is our final month to qualify with 4 directs at 300 versus 7. We'll go through that in a second. Second, the S is sponsoring, 2 plus 3. That is the focus. We want you to be Gina, Rosa, Helen, and Jackie. There should be 20, 30, 50 of you out of 286 leaders that are earning the quarterly. 20% is really typical of the goals we're setting. So we want to strive to do this monthly, 2 plus 3. And the third is letter P, pre-inactives and inactive-based focus. This is our formulation to get to 10,000 general market, to get that in your pocketbook, to give you goals and excitement for your results. So again, you heard LSP. I'm not here to read it, but we started with Udith. Let's see the people, LSP. Personals, parties, prospecting, team gatherings, tabletops. It's time to be out and about and online balanced. We talked about national conference at the business meeting. LSP, what you're going to learn, all the stuff you're going to win, buy, see, get free. And P, party like no tomorrow. How many of your team members will be attending virtual national conference? This is our biggest meeting of the entire year, our final virtual. So please really put this in your goals every single day. We are going to have lots of celebrations and Hall of Fame recognition. And that leads us to our third LSP today, leaders, sponsoring, and pre-inactives. To kick us off to how to sponsor, promote groups, please help me welcome 2 of our bonus earners. We have Rosa Lopez and Helen Wells with us today And we're going to start with Helen Wells first. Helen Wells is a first-time bonus achiever. I know she's so excited out there earning her $500 bonus. So let me take us to our audience and let's find Miss Helen. Helen Wells, are you ready?
I am ready. Yes.
Look at her background. You're so awesome. Helen, how does it feel? Tell us your tips. Oh my gosh, congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you. Well, you know what? Everywhere I put all over my office, everywhere, quarterly bonus, quarterly bonus. I just really focused on that this time. And I thought, I've wanted it before, but it just didn't happen because it wasn't up here. Okay. And so it's kind of started with a new consultant that I had that had sponsored 3. And although she didn't promote, it really got the ball rolling in our branch. And I also had put out to our team to what our goal was. And maybe the rest of you do this, but I usually don't tell people what my goal is because I think if we don't make it, then I failed and I don't want to do that. And so I took a step of faith and said, this is what we're going to do this month. So I just have to tell you, it was so exciting. But I will tell you, we got down to the wire. I had one consultant who actually is a brand new consultant who had someone to sponsor. And she said, Helen, I can't do this until about 6 or 6:30 tonight. And I'm thinking, oh my gosh, that's so late. What if I have computer problems or whatever? But anyway, then it was 8. Then it was 9. I mean, meanwhile, I am texting her and all of this times. Honest, Helen, I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this. So at 10 minutes to 10, we sponsored our last indirect consultant. It was so exciting. And I just have to tell you, it was fun because I got my husband really involved in this, which he usually isn't. He kept saying, Helen, you can do this. Helen, you can do this. And you know, to have somebody else be there and encourage you and say, yes, we'll do this. So that's it. I'm just excited.
Well, Helen, we're so excited for you and so proud of you. So I love, love, love it. So first of all, put signs up all over. You have to see it and believe it, right, Helen?
Yes, you do.
I love that. Second, I love this tip. You have to share your goals with your team and get somebody to hold you accountable. Be your cheerleader, be your best fan, be it another leader, another consultant, your husband, a best friend. This is about togetherness because it's really easy when you work for yourself to say, next time. And you did it. And your team got behind you. Your team loves you all more than you think, right, Helen?
Yes,
so
they do.
If you don't share it, they don't know what you're striving for. And people love to be a part of a cause. So good for you, Helen. We are so proud of you. Congratulations. Woo-hoo!
Thank you. Thank you.
One final question. What are you going to spend your $500
on? I don't know yet.
Well, you'll have to show us a picture. So congratulations. And again, everyone, it's a decision. It's a commitment. And don't give up, but let's get off to a great start this July. Congratulations, first-time bonus achiever, Helen Wells. Congrats.
Thank you.
All right, next, let's take us back to Rosa Lopez. Rosa, are you out there?
Yes, I am. And good morning, everyone.
Rosa. Okay, I have to brag about Rosa. She is one of the very few leaders who has earned this every single quarter since it came out. She's never missed it. And so Rosa, you're always inspiring and motivating us, but we wanted to hear, how do you stay focused and how do you keep doing it? Take it away, Rosa Lopez.
Well, mainly, like you said, as we start, Jackie, we need to have a reason. We need to have a why. And that why needs to be specific because it's one thing thinking about, oh, I'm going to earn $500. I want to earn $500. But it's a whole different story when you know where those $500 are going to go. And since I started, when I learned about the opportunity of earning this money, I had a very important why, and that was to fix my legal status. And so I connected both and said, I need to earn this bonus every single quarter because it's an expensive process. that is the reason why I stick to it, because I can back out. So if I don't earn it, I can't pay immigration. So, you know, I had a why and I've been sticking to it. And I started to share with the team as well. It hasn't been successful yet. You know, we're always arranging nuggets here and there, but it's very important that when you think about a bonus, when you think about moving up, when you think about advancing, anything that, you know, involves them earning some extra money, that you know why. Why did you want it? Why is it important? Why is it going to make a difference? And for me, it's making a huge difference being able to afford this process that I was not able to do before.
And so Rosa, as a result as well, so because she's done this, I mean, Rosa really was here, new in her Jafra business when these bonuses and our compensation plan started a few years ago. And Rosa just saw bonuses like no tomorrow. She had been in direct selling, multi-level marketing before, and she was in awe of everything on the table. Her why, remember, it isn't always the how-to. She didn't come in here and tell us 80 different steps. It was her why that motivated her, and the hows keep showing up. She goes to everything. She's coaching all the time with her regional and other leaders, and that's that commitment. But Rosa, one of the things that also happened as an offspring is Rosa has promoted over 40 leaders. She gives them all a leadership try. And she has currently over 20 leaders and is now working with over a half dozen who are moving through district manager to district director because she unveils their why. So Rosa, how important is that bonus for also helping you be the finder of new leaders? How do you involve future leaders as a result of this bonus as well? How do they intertwine?
I truly believe that something that will motivate and get someone started on the path of leadership, because first of all, we all get scared. We're freaked out. We don't know if we're going to do it right. We think we're going to do mistakes, that we might not be able to lead. So for me, it's very important that they give it a try. I always tell them, try it. If it doesn't work, nothing's going to happen, you know, but a lot can happen if it works. And, you know, we give them a try. Of course, not everybody has stayed, but at least they tried it. And for me, that is planting the seeds, because they're going to try it. They might not stay, but they're going to come back, because they're going to go out, they're going to try other companies, they're going to try other things, and they're going to realize, because they gave it a try already, they're going to realize that the job opportunity, it's way different than something else that they're going to try. So another thing that why I like to try it, it's because they don't know what's on Jafra. We talk about compensation plan, but we talk about terms. We talk about name of titles, names, and everybody gets scared. But when you show the money, when you show, you don't talk about titles, you talk about what can you do? How can these $200 change your life? How can these $500 change your life? Their mentality completely switches. It changed, because now they're not thinking titles. They're not thinking, what do I need to do to get there? They're not thinking, how many people do I need to talk to? They think about, how am I gonna feel, be able to accomplish, you know, how am I gonna feel taking my kids out to eat, buying a new purse, buying a new pair of shoes, whatever their why it is, it's gonna switch, because we're connecting to something that is important versus giving them a title name, versus giving them, you know, walking and on stage. It's about connecting. Why is that amount important? Why is that giving it a try so important to their lives and to their kids' lives?
I love it. I love it. Rosa, congratulations. Thank you for being the one who's earned everyone. We appreciate you. We know it. We are going to see more and more of your leaders moving to director right alongside you, because you developed their why, the number one most important. And you're always our inspiration. So, and we love that you just graduated. We know you're on your process to immigration, and very expensive, but you know what? It's priceless for us to have you, for who you are and what you bring to us. So makes me emotional. So thank you so much for all that you are mentoring us. All right, let's take us back to the audience really quick if we can. We're going to go take a quick gallery view here, because I just want to acknowledge, I know she's up there on vacation. So I'm going to just, can I unspotlight me really quick there by chance? Let's see here. Let me go to gallery. All right. Norma Lopez, are you out there? I just want to acknowledge Norma
Yes.
really quick. She's
Yes, I'm
out there
here.
on vacation. There she is. So Norma has also been absolutely amazing in the sense that she is focused on this quarterly bonus, but she's also been a person who has promoted a new or requalified manager monthly for a year and a half. Literally, it's always happening. So Rosa is a result of promoting branches. Gina is a result. She's consistently done this. Jackie has consistently earned the bonus. Norma has consistently. And if you watch reports, they're the ones always promoting branches. So how do you have leaders? It's this bonus. Norma, what would you say as kind of some closing tips or thoughts to why this bonus focus matters and how that helps you as well with the focus of leaders?
Yes, I'm also always focused on the bonus. However, my first goal is promoting leaders. So sometimes I reflect more and work more with the leaders and to help them, lead them, show them. So, and right now I have 3 DM1s and yeah, and so, and 2 of those ladies are brand new to, well, within not even a year in Jafra, but I take it as a job. It's part of my career to show them the way so they see the benefits, the full potential benefits. And yes, it's not just a title. All my life, even my corporate job, I says, I don't care what you label me, just give me the money. And so, you know, I've always said that. I don't care what you call me, just show me the money. And so that's what I in turn want to do and do with my team, whether it's my directs or my indirects. Mary Martin is a product of my indirects. She's absolutely amazing, as you all have seen. She doesn't miss a meeting. She is focused. She is at the meetings, as you can see. And that is my joy. My greatest joy is to see someone that has listened, heard, and done, and now benefiting from it. So, you know, honestly, I can't ask for anything more than that because it just makes my job so worth it. And I love to teach, I love to coach, and I love to see them grow. Biggest win to my heart is that. And so right after this meeting, whether I'm on vacation or not, I'm going to zoom in on my leaders that are not present. So, you know, that's what I say, ladies. It's now, of course, at my age, I'm blessed to have everything I need, but I love what I do. I love to coach you. I love to teach you. I love to show you everything I have experienced, and it's been a lot since 2000. So I am here, and everybody knows I am here to help, to show whatever it is. I don't care if you belong to me or not. I love this company. I love what the company provides if we are willing to go after it.
I love it. And Norma, thank you for popping in and being here on vacation with us. Again, really, truly, it is a leader's role to just invite and develop, and nothing better. Mary even reminds me, as I'm picturing her, you know, of that pyramid that Luce talked about, of confidence and success, that powerful woman. It really, truly is the biggest joy, just like a mom with their children, a grandma to their grandchildren. It really, truly is the biggest joy when you see them blossom. So thank you so much. Congratulations to Helen, to Rosa, to Norma, from leadership to the power of 5, 2 + 3 each and every month, and focused on that quarterly bonus. So thank you for that. We're going to take you right back because we're going to take you through a quick view of LSP, and then you're going to go brainstorm together. All right. So Luce and I are going to take you right back to our program today. And let's take a quick view of LSP. So you focus on your goals and where you're going. So in our recipe today, L is about leaders, promotions, right now. Why is this important? We love that the compensation plan is changing. We know that it starts August 1st for any branches qualifying. What is going to be different is right now, again, you can qualify with 4 directs at 300, 2,400 team paid retail, and your personal sales at 300. Starting in August, you must have 7 total consultants. 4 must be direct, 3 can be direct or indirect, who all have 300 instead of 4 direct. This is a change because as you're seeing, with 40% of our active consultants ordering in a month, with 7 times 40, you're still at less than 3 ordering in a month. So that's not going to be, that's a barely surviving instead of thriving team. So we know this is important for change, but it's always that hard change. So right now, anyone who's ever wanted to be a leader, has been a leader, this is your most important #1 priority calls to help them qualify this month before the change happens in August. Okay, if you have any questions, you put them in the chat. So very important. But let's talk about the attitude of promoting and how do we promote leaders. Then we're going to show you everything we have to support that before we go to the S. So Luz, come on back. Tell us a little bit about the attitude of promoting leaders, please.
Of course. So you already heard Helen, Rosa, and Norma shared their reasons why they should expand their leadership. And especially when you heard them, they had a positive attitude. They had like a vision and a goal. And they're accomplishing it. And they're speaking to themselves and others and letting them know that promoting leaders is actually the heart of the business. Once you start listening to what they have to say, right? So when you start promoting the leaders, there is an answer to that because it develops some sales growth. You start growing. It all becomes and begins with your attitude. When you start asking yourself, are you ready to start promoting leaders? And if you say yes, and it starts sounding like yes, a part of you saying yes. So start putting yourself together and start figuring out what is it that you need to do in order for you to be successful and promote yourself into that particular zone. So by doing that, here are some couple of steps. Promoting leaders, of course, it increases your sales. If you agree with it, there's a formula to everything. The more leaders you have, the more sales you have each month, right? As your leader starts meeting the minimums, you start moving up to the next level. And then the other thing is promoting your leaders increases your income. Some of us are here based on that, like Rosa was saying, there's a couple of things she needed to do in order for her to do X, Y, Z. So the more leaders that you have developing more sales, the bigger your bonuses are going to be. Like for those who ended up getting the quarterly bonus in the second quarter. And some of you are not going to stay behind because there's another quarter for you to earn that too. Then it comes leaders investing in their business, right? When you're looking at that, you need to sell more. You need to recruit more, which is, bringing more people along. And you have to figure out a way that they stay longer with you. So like that, you could start building your consultant base. And like that, you start building that relationship with them, right? One way or the other. Then it's like, is the greatest gift you could give someone. What is the greatest gift you could give someone? Is changing their lives. Here in Jaffa, what do? We change other people's lives. We will start helping them grow, and you also start growing with them as you start working with them, promoting them into the next level and promoting more leaders, or even within yourself. So when you start looking at the other side, what do we have here? What could be keeping you from promoting other leaders consistently, right? So you already heard a couple of names that were mentioned on an ongoing basis. We want to hear your name. We want to hear you moving forward. So what is it that you could hear from other people, right? So let's start looking at certain things that are considered to be red flags. And it's probably stopping you from bringing other people along and promoting certain leaders, right? So you start saying certain things to yourself. Well, here it is. My last 2 that I promoted out didn't make it. I just don't see the value in promoting. Remember, that sometimes leadership is not for everyone, right? It's all about them trying to do the business. Even if they start staying as a leader for a short time period, you start gaining something from them. And you start feeling that there's an experience that you're getting from that particular person. And some people have it, and it's all depending on what you bring into the table with them. The next one that you start looking at is, I just want new consultants to be strong sellers before I start promoting, right? You know what? I want them to sell a little bit more before they start talking about the leadership aspect or anything. No. Who are you to be making a decision for them, right? You can't do that. So we are here to let them know what are the benefits of becoming a leader, and also what is it that we could do for them to decide that they either want to consider to be selling on a personal basis, or they want to start earning additional funds or become a leader just like yourself. Then you look at the next step is, No one has ever told me they didn't want to become a leader. You know what? Successful leaders, they're so proactive, and you are there. You start creating that desire for them to start building the team, for them to want to start promoting, for them to start wanting to come into that leadership aspect role. And the thing is that you want to make sure that everyone that you speak to, that they also want to find out what is the next step that it takes. Like you start hearing Norma, right? Norma was saying, oh, and I saw in the chat, we're here, we're a family, we're all together. And not everybody might be in the same branch as Norma, but Norma loves to share. She loves to tell everybody pretty much what are the benefits of becoming a leader. The next thing you start saying is, I don't want to push anyone to promote. I've seen some people getting a little bit of pushback saying, you know what, I know we don't want to be pushy. Not at all. And some of us have, and some of us don't. We just want to help them in focusing and helping others get what they want when it comes to being in a leadership. We're never too pushy. Just remember that, okay? That's why we have a voice. Then the other one says, you know, at the end, what do we want to do? We want to make sure that everything that we have aligned goes into the part of us becoming strong leaders, go on track, and also put it in action. Right, Jackie?
You got it.
And here's some 5 beautiful steps. And this is a system when you're promoting successful people, right? This 5-step system, I'm like, what it does, it's so simple. It's right there. You want to identify the prospect future leaders every month, right? And it says the last week of the month, look at the reports and start writing down the names of everyone you like to promote. It is so simple. Go back to your report to start reviewing it. Then the second thing you want to do is you want to invite them to hear about the leadership. Jackie and I, we have our Future Fridays. Invite them to those events that we have, and we have another one it's coming up pretty soon. So let them hear a little bit about what is it that we have to offer for them to become a great leader, and start setting an appointment too and start talking to them. If they don't want to come into our sessions, they could also review them, but let them speak to you directly to find out what it is that is important for them to become a leader and what are the benefits when they become a leader, right? Find out what is their why. We spoke about the whys not too long ago, and Rosa shared that with us too, and share the benefits, like we said again, about leadership. Keep it simple, don't become too complicated, and invite them to become a leader and find out what are their targeted sales. Where is it that they would like to see themselves? We already went through the year, and it's never too late for them to create an action plan and always follow up, because remember what it says, it's so simple. The fortune is in the follow-up. All right,
Love
Jackie.
it. Thank you. Thank you. This is exactly what we heard our successful leaders talk about. What else do we have to focus on leadership? You know what? Nude, the new fragrance, is a fragrance for all, men and women. And men are joining direct sales just as fast as women are today. And we keep talking about Generation Z, this particular age group from age, basically 20 to early 30s. This is iconic, modern, unisex, perfect for that market with our social media tools, our samples, the modern art that you see here. It's about sharing a fragrance and using the story with everyone, because skin has no gender. So what can you and your team do to boost, to attract a whole new market? Because this market wants direct selling as their hustle or gig, and they absolutely understand the 2 ways to income, building a team with residual income as much as client sales. Luce already said this. You have 2 big events that are here to help you with your leaders. Invite them next Tuesday to the Party Fest, and we have Future Friday coming up as well. So those are to support you, but you want to take a look at leadership this week. Don't wait until our dates, because they need to be invited. I know Norma has taught us this as well, and you need to set a plan to do this in July. Next, that takes us loose. That was letter L. What's letter S? Take it away.
The letter is so simple. Look at it right there. It says sponsoring. Sponsoring. It is the 2 directs plus the 3 indirects. Very, very simple. And how do we do that, Jackie? There's a lot of things that we want to inspire you. There's a quote that says here, people work for money, but go that extra mile for recognition, praise, and rewards, right? So there's 2 fastest ways to grow in direct selling and the recruiting and recognition. We all do that every single time. So don't forget to continue doing that, because people love to do recognition and also like to be recognized. And it's so simple. The ladies that we congratulated for the second quarter bonus earners, it's here, a $500 quarter bonus earners you could actually get in your 3rd quarter. Simple. It is you have 6 directs and 9 indirects.
All right, thank you. We wanted to add for 2 of our earners who can't be here today, we wanted to come back and share their tips. Gina O'Neill earned it again every single quarter. She has stayed focused. She said she looks at her reports always and she tracks it. She has conversations with every direct and indirect continuously and consistently to ensure they're at $400 for their 50%, so that they have the goal to be 50% VIP. And she invites every person to look at leadership and even shows them this $500 quarterly bonus, new manager bonus. She said, you know what? I only owe it to them to show them whether or not they want to hear it. Just what you heard from Rosa and from Norma. Here's Jackie Elves, another consistent quarterly bonus achiever. Tracking QNCs is the power of this bonus. She tracks on a sheet of paper to ensure they qualify. She colors them when they hit their $400. That is her tracking chart in front of her all the time. But she does it similar to Norma. She focuses on identifying future leaders, not worrying about 9 indirects. She focuses on those future leaders who promote. Then, because one promotion with 4 consultants takes care of half the bonus alone. That's her number 1 goal every single quarter, is at least 2 promotions that lead right to the bonus. Here's her quote to end this real story about 2 + 3 monthly. You must believe you can do this. She said, I remember hearing this announcement for the first time when it was new, and I didn't think I could do it, in case that's any of you, or you have that attitude about promoting. But you know what? She focused and she tracked it. Suddenly, by the end of the first quarter, she was closer than she thought possible and said, okay, that's it. Next quarter, I pressed in as hard as I could, just like Helen, and I never gave up, and I haven't missed a bonus since. These ladies charge you. Oh, sorry, forgive me here. To this beautiful picture I love here. Values is what you believe. Do you believe? Do you have a mindset? What you think about, what you track, what you focus on is what will happen. The behaviors you have in the second half of this year, starting with July, not waiting till the next quarter, is today. Values, mindset, and behaviors. We heard from each and every one of them. So now we're going to do a very quick click. What do you have to help you focus on 2 direct and 3 indirect this month? Ready, Luce? Let's click away.
Yes, let's go for it. There's always an opportunity for everyone everywhere. So we have our $10 kits for you to choose from. Then there's 3 of them that they could actually end up working with. So the next thing that we do have available is also your flyers. This is the freedom that you end up creating conversations everywhere and everyone. And who do you know list? Don't forget to use that. And there's the 10 tips for you to actually ask certain people questions that allow you to find out if they're interested in coming into the business. Then you could download that in the PDF. Also, we have these incentives. These prizes are for all the consultants and leaders. For the first person that ends up coming into the business and they're qualifying with a $400 order, you get this beautiful royal reusable water bottle. And then you know what? We don't want to stop there. We want to continue because we want to get to the second and also the third. So the third person that you bring into the business, look at these prizes. They're beautiful. This is the 65th anniversary hat. Please wear them when you're out and about so we could see how prideful you are with the job for business. Then you have your sunshade. You know, for those who have our vehicles, you want to protect yourself from the sun. The shade is fabulous. And of course, you cannot forget that Jafra Independent Consultant tablecloth. Everyone will love to have one of those when you're promoting and sponsoring and letting everybody else know about your Jafra business. So don't miss out and show off with all of them. And plus, we encourage everyone to do parties. Here's your July monthly party specials when you start looking at them. And you know what? Don't leave them behind. And of course, our joy meeting, which is it's around the corner. Start inviting other people to have an opportunity to find out a little bit what Jafra has to offer and share with everyone. It's actually going to be streaming live. It's through Zoom and also through our Facebook platform too.
Thank you, Luz. So now we have the P. So L, leaders. What is your goal? What is your why for promoting July and Q1 and Q2? Number 2 is the S. 2 + 3 starts now. Let's have more quarterly bonus achievers than we've ever had in the history of the general market. And the highest was 14, by the way, during COVID last year. The P is pre-inactives and inactive. Look at every report, every leader's report. Know your number and add 8. We grow by turning P's and I's into A's with an order, and new consultants joining with an order this month. Everyone +8. In order to do that, we've made a little grid called the 4 C's of team building to the pre-inactives and inactives this month. Connect, make phone calls, focus on them, do genuine calls. I care about you. How are you? Thank you for being a part of our 65-year history. Step 2 is listening, interacting with them. Listen to them and see how do they want to be communicated with. But then asking this key question, are they really getting the most of what they want from their Jafra account? From deals, discounts, product usage of 500 products or more, and income. Listen as you communicate. Then have a coaching plan in place. The key is to keep following up. If they say they're going to order, great. If they need help, great. Follow up. Be in constant communication to answer questions, to listen and solve what their needs are. Find out about their life to see if there's a purpose to having more in their life with their business. Discover their goals and follow up to their needs. Have coaching groups set up, be it monthly with meetings or weekly coaching, or maybe 2 times a week for those who want to grow quickly. Be ready with a structure as you do calls to plug them in and invite them somewhere. Convert them to something. Convert them to a $400 order. Convert them to knowing how much income they want and why. Convert them to maybe taking a look at leadership. You want to host Take a Look at Leaderships once or twice a week this month. Take a look at the business once or twice a week. Don't wait for Jafra's one joy meeting. You are the joy to the business. Team parties. Share options. Make sure they all have their websites on. They join your Facebook groups, your WhatsApp groups. They attend the parties that you're hosting online or in person. And remember, National Conference is where a whole new motivation for the biggest season of our selling season begins. And I always end with P.S. Who do you know that, like Luce just talked about? That's the way to success as you're calling your P's and your I's. So let's wrap this up. What else do we want to keep top of mind? Through the 15th, the $65 package goes away. We'll continue the 25, but they're not going to get the $65 swag bag, gifts, and everything that we're having. So you only have, whatever the date today is, the 6th, you've only got 9 big days ahead. So prioritize those phone calls to every single consultant. Where can you invite them? Right here, Jafra University. It kicks off tomorrow night. Do calls, do recorded calls today. Get out and invite them. Remember, we have a new course, new manager course for any new manager this year that wants to go to orientation. Come on board. We also have new times for managers now, leaders and above are all at 9 a.m. and our consultant and new manager orientations are all at 4 p.m. Where else do you invite them? Starting today, our Training Tuesdays and our Thursday Insiders Chat. So make a list before you do those calls so you have a place to invite them. But we also have the excitement of more. Sorry, this clicked really quick. So Luce, what are our hot news as we're calling these inactives and pre-inactives before we go to our breakout room?
It is so exciting because look at the new products that we're sharing, the new dual and the translucent loose powder. So when you're calling your inactives and pre-inactives, you have a reason to give them a call. So start writing down the names and start giving them a call, because not only that, we have these particular products in our general markets, which are great sellers. And here it is for 50% commission. Also, when you're calling the pre-inactives and inactives, these $54, you have these toiletries, 5 products each. $27 for 6 products at $4.50. You can't go wrong with that, right, Jackie?
Oh my gosh, that's hot. Now that's hot right there. So I love that one.
It definitely is. And as we continue, we also have our clients' updated digital ritual guide. So go and take a look and figure out who has their updated information when you're calling the pre-inactives, inactives, and also speaking to your leaders, and let them know that the Jafra Royal Ritual Guide is available. You could scan it with the QR code and get more information. And don't forget to download all of the digital guides, and it's in your JafraBiz.com training hub. And we've reviewed them and select them based on skin concerns or price points. whatever it is that you know that's going to help them and engage them into finding out more about our Jaffa Ritual information that we have available.
Yeah,
And then
because a lot of them probably haven't used skincare for a while. So if they haven't ordered in 4 months or longer, you know, their skin is needing you. So great time to help them analyze, get their family regimens in place. And again, the follow-up QR code so they know how to use it. So I love that. All right, Luce, you know what that takes us to? Time for a breakout room. So leaders, here's what we're going to do. We're going to set our times together, and we're going to do, it's the month of July. We're going to do seventh month of the year, 7 brainstorming minutes together. We're going to have you all go into a breakout room. So breakout room number 1 is going to focus on, if you were a new consultant and you wanted to qualify to leader, you have no one on your team, you need 2,400 in sales in your personal sales. What would you do to qualify to manager this month? You know, we can't tell someone to do something if we don't know how we would do it ourselves. So room number 1 is going to qualify to manager. Room number 2, leaders, how will you have 2 direct and 3 indirect starting in the month of July? How could you make this fun? You heard from the leaders themselves. What would be your plan to have 2 plus 3, the power of 5 in July? And room 3 is going to talk about the pre-inactives, LSP, pre-inactives and inactives. What would we say? What is our script? How do we follow up? Because you always need to follow up 3 ways. You do the call, you do a text, you do whatever it is. How could you make it fun for the pre-inactives and inactives to order? What kind of recognition could you do? Every single group could do this, because if you're going to qualify to manager in room 1, you could have someone doing it with you. If you're going to do 2 plus 3 and you're a district manager and above, you could partner up with leaders to all do this together. And for all of you district managers and above, again, growing by 8 is our magic number for every single branch to hit 10,000 next month. So here we go. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to take you all and we're going to, let me get out of my share here. Stop share. And we're going to put you into breakout rooms. Okay. So we are going to, bear with me here, automatically assign 3 breakout rooms. All right. So you're going to go into a room. We'll make sure we post in the chat what each room is going to do. So we're going to give you 7 minutes and then we're going to come back. There's going to be about 13 of you in each room. So you need somebody to lead, really facilitate it, someone to take notes and present. Okay. So plan that out in your first 30 seconds and rock and roll. All right, ladies, we'll see you back in 7 minutes. All right. On your mark, get set, have fun. Remember, you have to accept that you're joining. So you're all being invited. Make sure you accept it.